Hi, Cherry Pies. Welcome back to Cherry Chats. It's been a little minute, because I be busy. So let's jump right into the chat. So when I say that young girls are groomed to like lame men and to be easy targets, it's in the way that they're raised up. So it's like when we're watching TV, it's like, oh, you want the bad boy, you want tall, dark, and handsome. You want a dude that's kind of mean and mysterious and hard to get. Boys will be boys. If a boy likes you, he's gonna be mean to you. Just the standards are kind of in hell when we're growing up. And then once girls become at an age where it's time for them to start dating, especially in the Black household, since we focus so much on not getting pregnant, which I agree, we do need to focus on that, because for a lot of Black women, they do feel like that's the only way that they will accomplish anything is by being a mother. You know what I'm saying? By creating that life, it is their biggest accomplishment and their bigger creation. But when we skip over dating for our children because we don't want them to end up pregnant or we don't want them to be in bad situations, instead of helping and teaching them how to date correctly, they skip that dating phase, or they're sneaking around. And when you're sneaking around, what can you do besides lay up in the bed and develop false emotions? Because you're gonna fall in love with what's familiar to you, especially as a child. You have a crush on so and so because you see them every day at school. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have a crush on them. They might not be the most attractive. I know it's plenty of girls growing up, starting as young as fucking elementary, where we would have a crush on one of the most ugliest little boys and nobody could ever understand it. But it's because we saw that ugly little boy every day, and maybe he cracked a joke or maybe he smiled here or there, but we were familiar with that boy. And so even if he wasn't the nicest or he wasn't all of that, him just being familiar, that confuses women and children and girls. What's familiar to us is what we think that we love. Like you could have a best friend when you're young and she's not that good of a friend to you, but you see her every day, y'all walk to the bus stop every day, or your mama and her mama was best friends, so now she your play cousin. And even though y'all really don't get along or y'all aren't compatible, because you are familiar with her, when people ask, you always be like, yeah, that's my best friend, that's my sister. When she call, you're gonna help her. When she, even though this is not somebody who you would have been connected with if you had a choice, because they're familiar, you confuse that with love and with attachments and with you needing them. Because how could I not be familiar with this person? I see them every day. Why wouldn't I want them in my life? So we all know society is tailored to men, and I just wanted to throw that point out there. Like, I have some videos on that, but young girls are groomed to like lame men and to settle for just bad habits and expectations in dating. And when they have to sneak around and when they're not dating publicly in the eye of their parents, when parents are not going on dates with these children at 14, 15, 16 and supervising and letting them know, like, I care about my child. This is what I expect. She has a family. She has people behind her. When they're not letting or scaring away potential suitors and they're not vetting potential suitors, your daughters is sneaking around with creeps and older guys now. You know what I'm saying? Because if she has to sneak, then she need a guy with a car, right? She needs somebody to pick her up. That's going to be the older guy. If she has to sneak, she needs somebody who got their own place that she could go lay up in. You feel me? Who mama not going to call or be like, oh, little girl, ain't you in my son class? So then they dating older dudes, right? And it's sad, but they've set it up like this intentionally, is what I want y'all to know. I saw a really neat video on TikTok too, where the dude was basically saying like, the teenager phase was created so that grown men and grown women, predators period, could infiltrate actual children and begin to date them by saying, oh, you're not a child. Because I also agree, I have never looked at teenagers as in between. They are children to me because they are children, point blank period. Like, teenager is a made up thing. It's this phase that is used to adultify children and make them feel like adults and that they can make adult decisions, and also to normalize or make it seem less creepy when they date older. You know what I'm saying? So that's how society is tailored and set up. Like, I don't think there's much else I could say about that. Y'all know I don't be having no storage, so I'm not even gonna rant and ramble, because the next part that I'm gonna talk about, I'm probably gonna rant and ramble like a lot. Okay, now here we are again, stepdaddy season, which is really why I even felt like I had to make this whole video, but I wanted to do it a little differently because I already have a whole video where I felt like I explained stepdaddy season already, and how any man who is intentionally out here advertising and saying stepdaddy season, who is intentionally searching for single mothers, is a creep, and he has other intentions for you. But I had a new revelation, and I realized that the women are the idiots and the men just know this, and that's the bottom line. Y'all always show that y'all are the idiots. So when it's a Facebook status and it's like, oh, stepdaddy season, what a single mothers, I want shawty with the 2 kids, 3 kids, I don't care, I'm gonna take care of them. What pisses me off is not the men doing it and baiting y'all. It's when y'all be in the comments like, oh, it seems like I'm your target. Oh, you looking for me. Oh, you now are on a thread with hundreds and hundreds of other single mothers advertising the fact that you don't have a man in your house. Nobody give a fuck about you. You a single mother, and you so desperate for a man that you need somebody to come take care of your kids. Y'all think that shit is cute, and I just don't see how y'all don't realize what these men are trying to do. Like, I don't get it. And it's like, how many times can I explain it to y'all? But basically, when men are advertising and saying, I want the single mother, I want to take care of your kids, which is insane, because who the fuck, especially a man, wants to take care? I could see if a man falls in love with you and then he takes on your children because he plans to have children with you one day, or because he loves you and wants to take, but that's not the case. These men don't know you from a can of paint telling you they want to take care of your kids because they want to infiltrate your home. They want to create a sense of trust. They want to groom your children. They will turn your children against you, and y'all don't have no discernment with that. And even if it's not all of that, sometimes it's just they need a place to lay. And because you are a single mother with multiple children, that means you have let multiple men lay up with you without any type of financial obligation, without any type of commitment, to the point where you can invite a random man into your home and your life and there's nobody questioning it. The father of your child has not even set boundaries with you to let you know not to let another man take care of his children, because he does not care about the children you gave to him. So these men notice stuff like that and they say, okay, this is a dumb, easy bitch to manipulate. If he got over on her and she gave him a whole baby, I could definitely get over on this dumb asshole. I could definitely, and I'm just telling y'all straight up how they see y'all. Y'all could paint it how you want. All that, oh, when my baby daddy told me he wasn't going to want me with no kid, or, oh, he think he trapped me, but men love single mothers. They don't love y'all because y'all got some good box. They don't love y'all because y'all fertile and y'all proved it, and y'all had a baby, y'all cat just so good and wet and juicy and fat. They love you because you're a dumb bitch. That's how they feel. You're a dumb bitch who got pregnant with no ring. You're a dumb bitch. That's what they see you as. You're a dumb bitch and your baby daddy didn't even stay. You a dumb bitch because you need help with your baby. You had a baby that you knew you couldn't take care of by yourself. And then you didn't even hold that expectation for the man you laid down and had that baby with to take care of him. Hell yeah, I want to come stay at your house. You's a dummy bitch. If he could get away with that, then I could get away with going in your purse. I could get away with asking you to pay for this and that. I could get away with a whole lot if he could get away with making you a single mother. And your first priority is not even motherhood, it's commenting on my status and advertising the fact that you're a single, thirsty, desperate mother. You didn't let me meet you at the park with your kids. Bitch, you was on Facebook, most dangerous. You was on TikTok. You was on Twitter. You was on the World Wide Web, where predators are simply lurking, and searching, advertising the fact that you are a single mother. Bitch ain't even got no stranger danger. You ain't got no type of stranger danger. I could come up in your house and do whatever the fuck I want. Whatever I want. And I don't like that, y'all. That's dumb. That's really dumb. Y'all shouldn't be doing that. I feel like some single mothers feel like they're harming the father of their child when they do this too, which is also very selfish, and it's the wrong reason to be having children. You're not harming the father of your child when you go out and let another man step in and take care of your children. Baby, that's embarrassing. It doesn't hurt him. It's just embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Unless you got Russell Wilson and he put a ring on it and gave you 5 more kids, and somehow that first baby looked just like him and he don't went inside the birth certificate. That's not no flex to have multiple children and to always keep a man coming in and out, but you can't never keep the man you giving kids to. You are a target. You are an easy mark. It gives pick me. And you wanted to be picked when you had the baby. So you are a pick me, and it's okay. But the point is, at what point do you stop being a pick me? When we're little girls, when we're children, like I said in the first part of this video, we're raised to be pick me. And we learn eventually that being a pick me gets you nowhere, right? Oh, I'll cook for you, babe. Oh, it's okay, babe. I come pick you up, babe. Oh, you ain't got no money? Well, I still want to go to the movies. I'll pay for us. Oh, yeah, he fell in his class, so I just did his homework for him. Oh, yeah, well, he cheated, but it's okay. Like, he made a mistake. Like, it's okay. Like, that's a little girl's mindset. Once you begin to have children, you're not a little girl anymore. You have to grow up. You can't be no pick me. So you was a pick me when you decided to keep the baby because you wanted him to pick you and you thought he would pick you if you had his child for him. He didn't pick you. When do you learn your lesson? 1 child, you get a pass. 2 children, maybe you just wanted to do that. Maybe you ain't want your kid to be lonely. Whatever, bitch. 3, you a dumbass bitch. I'm sorry. 3, you a pick me. You like being taken advantage of. You don't care about the health and safety of your children because you don't have a safe, secure partner to help you raise these children. And it is impossible to raise children by yourself properly. You could do it, but notice I said properly. It will always take at least 2 people per child to raise that child. So when you start having multiples, that's when the village come in, right? So once you have 2 kids, that's when grandma and grandpa and everybody supposed to come in. They really not supposed to come in with that first baby, but they do because the daddy be missing. But then y'all wonder why by the time y'all got 3, 4 kids, nobody want to help y'all no more because you don't even give a fuck. We could help you with 1 kid. We could even help you with 2. But after that, you knew how much help you had, and now you just taking advantage because you want us, the village, to overwork ourselves. And y'all wonder why the village disappeared. Because these women back then had villages and they had a husband. They had a village that was obligated on both sides. They were married, okay? Y'all ain't even got the husband and y'all just having the kids. It's not even like, oh, you got tricked and you just needed some help and your husband wanted to drink and now he at the strip club. It's not that. He ain't make you no type of promise. He ain't got you no type of house. He ain't had nothing to pass down to your kids. It's not like you got pregnant and these was gonna be some trust fund babies. He come from the projects and you come from the projects. And you still got pregnant. You didn't give a fuck about the kids. And that's okay, but learn from it. Do the reflection. Be honest with yourself. Be real with yourself. I was being selfish and I wanted a baby. I either wanted a baby to keep him or because I wanted unconditional love or something to have or a piece of him. Or I wanted the baby to control him. Or I wanted the baby because I didn't have nothing to live for. I was very depressed and sad and maybe I thought the baby would fix it. But be real about why you had the child. And if it is, I had the baby because I always wanted to be a mother. I always wanted to be the best mother that I could be. And I want to be a better parent than I had or what my baby daddy had. I want to do better. If that's what it is, then what I'm saying in this video, you're going to appreciate it. And it's going to be something you tell your children as well because it's real. It's the truth. Like it wouldn't offend you. If you had children for the right reasons, nothing I say will ever offend you because you're going to do right by your child and you're going to reflect and you're always going to be looking at how can I be a better parent because that's what parenthood is. How can I be better? Know your limits. You're not going to be perfect, but know how you could be better than the last generation every time. Because I feel like that's a big part of parenthood too, is like you always want your children to do better than you. And I feel like that's a problem right now with like the arrested development of a lot of these mothers, with Lachey Hinton, with Independent Nika. Like they never grew up. They have the minds of little girls and they're still doing little girl things. They don't have she don't have custody of her kids, and the other one got 10 kids and her daughter got 3 and she got 1 baby daddy and he married, and she be bragging about how he married but he came back and was able to have 10 kids with her.
She messed with a married man. No, he was my man first. He was my husband first.
She never cared about life. She never cared about those children. They never meant anything to her. There's no way that your children can mean something to you and they could be sleeping on the floor and you will continue to push them out. Is no way your children mean anything to you and they daddy somewhere holed up married and he could have a whole room for his kids and you living somewhere dirty, got your daughter going half on your rent. Is no way you love them kids and you go sleep with that man and have 4 more kids and he don't do for the first 4. You don't love them kids, baby, and I don't know why you having them. I don't know why you having them. I do know. A lot of people, they'll get pregnant too because they like the attention. I don't know if I told y'all that before. Sometimes people's life be so bad, they had such a terrible, dirty childhood that the only time they get treated nicely is when they're pregnant. The only time they receive compassion is when they're pregnant. So yes, you could sit down, ma'am. Yes, you come in here, how you doing today? Yes, we got some free resources for you. We got WIC and stamps. Yes, if you need a ride to your doctor's appointments, we could pick you up. This free clinic. All the churches, all the baby centers who don't want you to abort the baby, they gonna give you free clothes, free books, free whatever. They gonna hook you up. They gonna hook you up so that you keep that baby, which goes into the whole agenda of children being put onto Black women as a burden and a way to hold them back. Because even when our children couldn't be on our breasts, what did they do? They came out the big house and gave us a white baby to put on our breasts. So children will always be seen as a way to hold Black women especially back, which is a good transition into our next segment. So there is a projection of single motherhood onto successful Black women. And there's this idea that specifically right now with Halle and with Cardi and who else? Rihanna, with these unwed women that they were peaking and then they just gave it all up for a man to be a single mother. I don't agree with that. I'm gonna go down this list real quick and I'm gonna tell y'all how I feel about all of these mothers when it comes to single motherhood and why I feel like y'all are projecting this whole idea of single motherhood, because it's not gonna be the same for everybody. It's not gonna be the same. Y'all are projecting because Black women, only we are seen as stupid and you dumb. You were at your peak and you let him trap you and da-da-da-da-da. Only we are bashed for that, while the others, like when Cardi B finally decided to leave Offset, even though he been cheating on her and she's still pregnant, and he been cheating on her before every single pregnancy and during them. When she finally decided to leave Offset, she did it. She did her big one. After all them kids, she doing her big one. Meanwhile, Halle decided to leave DDG after one baby, and now y'all like, oh, we told y'all so, and she was at her peak and she let him ruin. Halle has not peaked. Halle has not peaked, baby. Cardi B peaked with Bodak Yellow. Cardi B peaked because she could never rap. That was her peak. She had no choice but to get in with Migos and start having kids. That was her peak. You understand me? Halle never peaked. And it's only Black women who felt some type of way about her being pregnant. And I did too. I felt some type of way. But at the end of the day, that perception did not hold or stunt her career in any way. That girl is constantly working. Her reputation has not been tainted, harmed, or hurt at all. But the fact that she realized, okay, I could raise this baby better by myself than with this Black man. When Black women realize that they can do better than staying with Black men, that is where the projection of single motherhood and, oh, you're ruined, oh, you peaked, you'll never be shit, you could never be great comes from. But when it's non-Black women, when it's Jenny Mai, or when it's Danny League or Cardi B, these are bitches who never had no peak. They never had a peak. They no matter of fact, they did peak because it's nowhere else they could go. They were talented hoes. Who else I got on this list? Hold on. Little mosquitoes in here and shit. Nicki Minaj, married, still peaking. Beyonce, still peaking. Rihanna, still peaking. 2 kids, but she's still peaking. Like, she didn't have no peak. Holly, still peaking. Cardi had her peak. Jess Hilarious had her peak. Summer Walker, is a special case because she the 4th baby mama. She wanted them kids. They told her not. She just a pick me, but it makes good music. But once again, Summer never had no peak. Summer was gonna go out and be pregnant and live her life regardless. She was never gonna be a Little Mermaid. Never. Her peak was over it. Her peak was still over it. I'm not saying Summer won't continue to make good music, but I'm just saying these extraordinary accomplishments y'all feel like they're missing out on. No, these women are wealthy and they can take care of their children. And they can still find good men because they had these children knowing that they were able to be financially responsible with these children, which is something that y'all didn't do. That's the difference, okay? That's the difference. Victoria Monet, Ari, Jada Waiter, Erica Mena, Tamara. All these women are single mothers. And no, not Beyonce and Nicki. If they not married, I gotta count them as a single mother. So I gotta say Rihanna. Even though her and her man together, I gotta say Rihanna. Because if you're not married, you're a single mother, and that's okay. But are you a single mother who could take care of your kids? Single motherhood isn't the problem. Being black and deciding that you could raise your child better alone than with a black man is the problem. Black men don't want y'all to realize that they are not needed. Okay? When a non-black woman goes and take her kids, it's empowering. But with black women, it's okay. We knew it. Another baby mama. None of these women would be successful with or without these children if it wasn't meant for them. The children did not increase or decrease any of the women's on this list success. Did the children make them crash out? Maybe. Did the children make them want to give up on their dreams and spend more time chasing a man? Maybe. Did the children motivate them to get back in their bag and go on a whole fucking tour for 2 years? Yeah, for the top 2, for Nicki and Beyonce, hell yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's no peak. If you're a woman who's going to be successful, children are not going to hold you back from peaking. That is just something that society tells black women. That's just what they tell us, to shame us. And like I say, it's a projection of other black women onto the ones who can actually take care of their kids and who want to do it by themselves. You don't need a man for everything. Do kids deserve 2-parent households? Yes. But that other parent don't have to be a man. It could be your sister. It could be your sister. Dead ass. And I also want to speak on, too, this idea that DDG trapped Holly, or Offset trapped Cardi B, or the baby trapped Danny Lee. None of them got trapped. When you are a successful woman and you are quote unquote peaking and everything is going right for you, the only thing you feel like you're missing is love. And if you can't get that love from your man in the commitment of marriage, then you will settle for a child. These women are not dumb. They're rich, they're successful, and all of these children were planned. If you are having unprotected sex, you are planning to have a child, period. These women were missing love, and they decided to have it in the form of a child. So now they got their child, and their man might be gone, or they left their man, but they have what they have and their success because they can do that. They know they're not at their peak. Y'all are projecting, trying to decide when Holly's peak is. And then let me tell you something too. Holly having Halo was essential to her career if you look at the way Halle and Chloe are received differently. People still see Chloe as a child, which is why they don't want to hear her music talking about go get my rose, same lingerie. Like the whole like people don't take Chloe seriously with all the gyrating and the Janet Jackson because we still see her as a child. Holly went and had a child, had a public relationship with DDG. She'll show us here twerking here and there. She hung out with Krishan and Blueface. Like, we know Holly is grown. She's proved it. And that was the only way for Holly to make her music make sense. Going from Disney Little Princess to All Because I Love You Babe to whatever she about to drop, Holly music and her career path made sense. She got out of her Disney era in the only way that she could, which is having that damn baby. Yep. So she not the Little Mermaid. She not the princess. But that is a legacy that can't be taken from Holly. She will always be our first black princess, like for real, for real. She always will. You know what? I'm gonna leave it at that, because for my next video, I'm gonna have to include way too many receipts, and it's gonna be too many receipts. But I will say that what I was leading into is that white men aren't better. Black women just won't expose white men until they leave them. But this idea that like if you date outside your race, you're gonna get some. No, every man wants to own you, and they're not gonna value you until you're property. This is more sinister with white men, okay? And they will teach your children racist things. They will belittle you. They will take you to court. They will abuse you. They will make your life a living hell, but they will do it using white supremacy, which is why a lot of black women who brag and are in these relationships with white men, and then a couple years later they come out and be like, he never washed, he was stank, he used to pinch me, he never cleaned our baby, he had us eating beans, he had us trapped in the woods, but you never put any of that on social media. Because why? You wanted to paint this image and align with whiteness, or you wanted to prove divestment or prove to whatever black man hurt your feelings that it was better. Like you felt like that was the way to hurt the black man, which it is. It's a good way to hurt the black man. But it's all a facade. A man is a man, and it really don't matter what color they are. They're all terrible people, and they all think they own you. Okay? The only difference you're getting is the dating and courting experience, is when they reveal their true intentions. Because I say this too, like, black women will show that they are a good wife, and white women will too. But white women will be very submissive and act like nothing's a problem. They'll bow down to the black man. Yes, king. Yes, like they'll do all of that. White or black, whoever they're dating, they will act as if they are property until they get that ring. And once they have that ring, they switch up. They switch up. They start maxing out bank accounts. They buying shit. They doing whatever they want to do. They disappearing. Because if we get this divorce, I get what I want. I'm married. That's what white women do. White women plan multiple marriages, and they plan how to get their bag up without ever having to work. Okay, I'm gonna marry him. Maybe I'll have one child. Maybe I'll have zero. Maybe I'll just get the alimony. I don't need the child support. Black women don't think like that. And if they do, they learned it from somebody who taught it to them. But thanks, cherry pies. It was nice talking to y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, share everywhere. TikTok everywhere. Just share, share, share. And I will see y'all later.